creatures. Or Bone Shaker. The necromancy spell. One enemy creature within medium range. Take control of target living creature's skeleton. Creature has its skeleton rattle within its flesh, causing it grievous harm. The target takes 3d6 points plus 1d6 additional for 2 caster levels. And Harrim is currently level 3, so it should be 4d6. I feel like I'm pretty good on protection overall, so let's try out Bone Shaker. How come it lets me drag it here? Oh, I can have extra charges of my communal one? Or my domain slot one? Interesting. Okay, the way I play this game, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I don't know the spells off the top of my head, so I'm gonna read them all. I can't properly assess which one to memorize for the future if I don't know what they all do. So let's read. Arrow of Law. You fire a shimmering arrow of pure order from your holy symbol at one target in range as a ranged touch attack. A chaotic creature struck by an arrow of law takes 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels, maximum 5d8. Chaotic outsider will take 1d6 and is dazed. A successful will save reduces the damage. This spell deals only half damage to creatures that are either chaotic nor lawful. It's like a ranged melee attack. Meh. Aid. Aid grants the target a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and saves against fear, plus temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus caster level. Aid. 1 minute per level. Does this stack with Bless? Bless is also an enchantment. It's a morale bonus. This is a morale. I don't think it will stack. Will it? Yes? Morale bonus will not stack, only overlap. So we'll choose the higher of the two. Right, so this is basically like... Okay, it's single target Bless that gives temporary hit points as well. Is the way I'm reading this, essentially. It also applies to fear, though. And this doesn't apply to fear. Oh, no, it does. +1 morale against saving throws against fear. So it's the same thing, except single target, and it gives temporary hit points. But again, it's single target, so that's kind of bad. Bear's Endurance. The affected creature gains greater vitality and stamina. The spell grants the subject a +4 enhancement bonus to Constitution, which adds the usual benefits to hit points, fortitude saves, Constitution checks, and so forth. Huh. That seems like a lot. What does 4 Constitution actually mean in practice? Like, say, for example, that we had 4 more Constitution on Trippy McClawface. He would have a +4 to his Constitution. How does your hit points actually get calculated? I guess what I'm getting at is how much strength, how much health is it? +6 right now? Can you explain how you know that? We would be increasing our bonus to +4. So is it the increase of 2 times level equals 6? So we could take his health to 26. For how long? 1 minute per level, so for 3 minutes. And, I mean, it's 6 health, and it's bonuses to saving throws. Fortitude saves, Constitution checks. I mean, Constitution is an easy way for characters to, like, get knocked out, right? From, like, poison and stuff like that. Isn't that what's actually being used to check against the poison attacks right now? Like when we were fighting those giant centipedes and they were damaging dexterity. We were making a saving throw to protect against the poison. Which I feel like that should be a Constitution save, right?
You guys are so nice! Ugh.
Hey! Nerd Factor, thank you for your gift, man. Appreciate it. Fortitude save, bottom left. Constitution +3. Yep, okay, so that's pretty clear. So that spell gives +2 to your Constitution, Fortitude saves, and it gives 6 health right now. Okay. Good. Now I can properly assess what the spell does. And it seems really good. I might actually consider doing that. In fact, for now, let's chuck one of those on there. And we'll consider if we actually keep it or not after we look at all the rest. Blessing of Courage and Life. With this prayer, you provide long-lasting succor to a wounded creature. For as long as the effect lasts, the target receives +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear and death. At any time while the spell is in effect, the target can choose to end the spell as a swift action for a burst of healing energy. The target loses the saving throw bonus, but is healed 1d8 +1. So it's a delayed heal that also gives bonuses to fear and death. Interesting. I mean, it is a heal. 1d8 +1 per caster level. So 1d8 +3. 4 to 11 heal. Kinda interesting. Thanks for spreadsheeting this game. Yeah, again, I hope that you guys are like me in this way and that you want to read every spell, because I'm going to. Yeah, I hope you like it. Otherwise, come back in a few minutes, because this is going to take a little while. Blessing of Luck and Resolve. A favored blessing of Haveling Clerics. This spell grants its target a +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear. If the target fails a saving throw against fear, it rerolls the save with +4 morale bonus and takes the new result, even if it is worse. After that, the spell's effect ends. Major bonuses to preventing fear. I mean, I have had some battles so far where characters have like run around like idiots being scared. Like fighting the, what are they called? The toad-like humanoids that croak. They scared some of my party members, but it didn't seem to like make the fight dangerous. I don't feel like fear is that big of a deal yet. I'm sure there's going to be enemies that are maybe even better at it, but so far I don't feel like I need fear protection. Bull Strength, +4 enhancement to Strength. Now that one I know pretty well, but just for argument's sake, if we did cast Bull Strength on the cat, he would gain another +4 Strength, taking his Strength bonus to +4 instead of +2. But he is doing damage, I think, based on Dex, or he will be. Is he already? I can't remember. I think at level 4, Tripping McClawface is going to get a feat, or a class thing. He picks up Tough Skin next level, so a bonus to natural armor. It doesn't list it here. I talked about this a couple days ago. Yes! When you're first creating your character and you're trying to decide which pet you want, it tells you that most pets get a bonus to their size at level 7. The leopard, Tripping McClawface, he gets a bonus to his size at level 4, and at level 4, I think that's when he starts taking the bonus and starts using his Dex mod for damage instead of his Strength mod. I don't think that Strength would actually help us. Does any of that sound correct? For Mike Romeo, thank you for your chairman, or your subscription. Happy anniversary, or happy baby day, rather. Weapon Finesse. With a light weapon, Elven Curved Blade, you may use your Dex modifier instead of your Strength modifier on attack rolls. For attack or for damage? So that's part of the reason why we have +10. So, see, like, these tooltips drive me nuts, man. They don't show enough info in some places. We do 1d4 +3. The 1d4 is always there. The +3 is, I think he has +1 because he's got magical attacks because of his some ability. This. An animal companion gets a permanent +1 bonus on attack and damage. He's got +1 from enhanced attacks. And then I think he is getting an extra +2 from then his strength. So if that's the case, maybe I'm wrong, and Bull's strength would give him an extra +2 damage to each of his attack rolls. Would it make it 1d4 +5? He does 3 attacks a round right now. And he also gets the precise strike bonus. When you do a precise strike, do you also get to add your strength mod? It's just an additional d6? Okay. That actually sounds pretty powerful though. An extra +2, I mean that's an extra guaranteed like 6 damage if he hits all 3. 6 is a lot. Besides, I really like the idea of Ubercat, you know? We make him into a bear and a bull and he's just like a crazy animal that murders everything. We'll see. Cure moderate wounds is pretty obvious. It's 2 cure light wounds. Lay poison. Subject becomes temporarily immune to poison. Any poison in its system or any poison to which it is exposed during the spell's duration does not affect the subject until the spell's duration has expired. Lasts for 1 hour per level. Lay poison does not cure any damage that poison may have already done. Ooh, this would be really useful in this dungeon. So it lasts 1 hour per level. Harrim is level 3, so 3 hours. So like we could precast delay poison on our 2 melee characters, and then they're immune to the effects of dex damage for 3 hours. That could be really useful. Not at this point, because I don't know, maybe we're gonna go deeper into the dungeon and decide that we do need it more. There's a communal version of delay poison that affects the whole party. Awesome. Eagle's Splendor. I'm getting the impression there's one of these for each of the primary traits, right? Primary attributes. This means a creature becomes more poised, articulate, and personally forceful. The spell grants +4 enhancement bonus to charisma. So our bard could go to 20, or we could go to 20, which would be useful for things like using our ultra powerful magic devices or persuading people to do things. That's cool. Effortless armor. Armor you wear no longer reduces your speed. You also reduce the armor's armor check penalty by 1 + 1 per 5 caster levels. Okay, it's pretty minor. I don't really care about Harrim being slow. Find traps. You gain intuitive insight into the workings of traps. You gain an insight bonus equal to 1/2 of your caster level on perception checks. Target is personal. I'm having a minor brain fart here. Personal. Does that mean he can only cast it on himself? Or does that mean that he can only cast it on a person? Like, could he cast this on Standy? Himself only? Okay, so making himself better at finding traps is really quite useless, right? He does have 7 perception, actually. He's one of our higher perception characters. If it was for others, it would be touch. Okay. Well, I guess where my confusion comes, and why I asked that question, though, is just because Potion of Cure Light Wounds says personal. But I can make the cat drink a potion. So, do you see where my confusion comes from? But there's also like a person with an arrow. Does that mean you can give it? Is that what that right here is supposed to mean? Or you can throw it? I don't know. Grace. Until the end of the round, your movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Only 1 round. Wow. Garbage. Inflict moderate wounds, the inverse of cure moderate wounds. Sure. Grant somebody +4 enhancement bonus to wisdom. Again, we could go to 20 on our wisdom checks, which would apply to perception. We could take this character's perception bonus to 15. And all of his lore checks would go up by 2. He could know so many things. Wow. Protection from alignment, communal. Oh, that's pretty good. That's like an upgraded version of the protection spell that we cast. Well, we actually usually cast Shield of Faith. Protection from alignment's a little bit different. Remove paralysis. Seems fairly obvious. You probably only learn this, like, if someone's paralyzed, I guess, and you need to remove it. Or if you are going into an encounter where you know you're going to need it. Otherwise, I don't think you'd ever just have this memorized. Resist energy. This abjuration grants a creature limited protection from damage of whichever one of the 5 energy types you select. Acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic. The subject gains resist energy 10 against the energy type chosen. Meaning that each time the creature is subjected to such damage, that damage is reduced by 10 before being applied. Holy crap. Wow. It's like if you're fighting like a fire dragon and you just say resist fire. Bam. Like, no, like literally what you do is you learn that spell, you cast resist fire on the cat, everyone hides in the corner while the cat goes and murders the dragon. Sounds pretty good. Don't think we need it now. Plus, what I like about this is that it almost feels like you're memorizing 5 spells at once, because, you know, you memorize one spell, but then you get to choose whatever you run into. So instead of having to, like, prep an acid resistance spell, you just prep one. You know, it's pretty good. Restoration Lesser takes a full round. Restoration Lesser dispels any temporary magical effects, reducing one of the subject's ability scores. It does not remove permanent effects, or it cures 1d4 points of temporary ability damage. Eliminates fatigue, does not restore permanent ability drain. So this would remove the dex damage that we've been taking. Okay. Sound Burst. All creatures within a 10-foot burst centered on target point within close range. You blast an area with a tremendous cacophony. Every creature in the area takes 1d8 points of sonic damage and must succeed at a fortitude save to avoid being stunned. So crowd control. All creatures. So you would want to use this presumably like at the beginning of a fight while the enemies are grouped so that you don't hit your friends. And it could potentially give you a full extra round to have the cat murder their faces off. Sounds pretty powerful. Like, every creature must... I mean, they're going to take 1d8. There's no save for the damage. The damage is guaranteed 1d8. If I'm reading that correctly. They must succeed at a fortitude save to avoid being stunned. So for argument's sake, if we were casting it at a party equivalent to our own, our fortitude saves are +6, 7, 7, 9, 5, 7. So I would estimate probably like 1/3 to 1/2 of our party would get stunned if we were to do that spell against our own party, which is awesome. I mean, even if you just disable one enemy for a round, it's great. You're spending your action to block someone else's action while also dealing damage. And you could, theoretically, hit all of them. What if they all got stunned for a round? You just get a full round of combat? That sounds amazing. Like, way better than just buffing the cat. I like it a lot. It's an evocation spell as well, and I think we may have an item. No, this is +1 to the DC of enhancement, not whatever I just said. Not evocation. Important lesson here, buff the cat. I think that we probably take, at this point I'm leaning toward, I haven't seen it yet, but it's probably coming up next. Or did I miss it? Oh, I didn't realize you could use middle mouse wheel here. Cool. Wait, so we've got a bonus to Constitution, Strength, Charisma, Wisdom. Where's the one for Dex? Is there no +4 Dex? No, it's Druids that buff Dex? Damn it!